School of Liberal Arts, PCU Pune. I thank Honorable Chancellor Harshvardhan Patil sir, Honorable Executive Director Dr. Girish Desai sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Manimala Puri Madam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Sudeep Thepde sir, and my respected HOD Dr. Archana Rathod Madam for giving me this opportunity to host this webinar. I would like to introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Omkar Inamdar. He has completed his PG from Ferguson College, Pune, and completed his MPhil and PhD from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has published many research papers in national and international publications and attended many national and international conferences. He is an avid reader and a well-known motivational speaker. Before we start, I would like to take you on a virtual tour of PCU.
The Pimpri-Chinchwad Education Trust has established a state private university known as Pimpri-Chinchwad University at Sate, Vadgaon Mawar in Pune Metropolitan Regional Development Authority. It is a 30-acre campus of academic facilities and amenities for students and teachers to help them to achieve their fullest potential. The Pimpri-Chinchwad University campus is well connected with the cities Pune and Pimpri-Chinchwad by road through Mumbai-Pune National Highway number 4 as well as Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Also, railway station Kanhe is at 1 kilometer distance. The nearest airport is Pune Airport. PCU has its different verticals which prepares leaders from different fields. School of Engineering and Technology. School of Design. School of Media Arts and Communication Studies by incorporating cultural activities, events and organized tours and trips, fostering a holistic development approach. In a sense, Pimpri-Chinchwad University is not just an institution. It is a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures talent, fosters creativity and provides a platform for students to thrive in every aspect of their academic journey. PCU Bus Transport provides service across the city. Pimpri-Chinchwad University, transformative education that empowers success in a rapidly evolving world.
Omkar sir, we are eagerly waiting to hear your valuable insights on personality development.
Yes.
Omkar sir, please.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, Kendra sir and Pimpri-Chinchwad University for giving me this opportunity. Yes. Whether the screen is visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So I would like to thanks Pimpri Chinchwad University as well as Kendra sir for giving me this opportunity. Without much delaying, let's start with today's session, personality development. So when we are saying personality development, mm, just a second. One, just a 1 sec, sir. There's technical issues. Mm, Just
Yes, sir. Yes. In online mode, these things are bound to happen.
just a second, sir. I don't know what's the problem. Just give me a second. Mm, uh, I'm able to share the PPT. Okay. Is it visible and audible? Uh, Kendra sir, is it visible and audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Both. It
Yeah,
is
okay.
visible and audible.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for inconvenience. So, what is personality? Personality is the sum total of all physical, mental, and emotional attitudes, values, intersects, and motivational factors. Personality is core potential that determines one's success in life and career. Of course, it's not one way that we can define personality. There are many attributes of personality. So when we are saying personality, we have to take care of all these attributes. For example, when we are saying personality development, so in that, what comes in that, you have to express your originality, creativity, deep thinking, and you have to give up artificiality, limitations, anxiety, and all such kind of things. What are the prerequisites when you would like to develop your personality? So there are few factors that you have to pay attention to. What are those factors that you have to give the attention to? Clarity of goals and purpose in life. So that mindfulness should be there, doing beyond expectation. You should that cross the limits. You should cross the boundaries. Then learning from the failures, that initiatives, enthusiasm, characters and personality, self-discipline, positive mental attitude, managing, and teamwork, hard work, etc. These are the traits which are very important for it. What are the qualities of successful person? When we are calling any person as a successful, at that time, these are the things that you have to pay attention to. That ambition, need, desire, and ambition to succeed in life, commitment, that is dedication. Success is the result of our thoughts and decision. Having a good having a good value system will deeper our commitment. Then hard work, excellence is the result of lot of hard work. Then character is the sum total of a person's values, beliefs, personality, and so on. What are the 12 most important personality development tips? Be confident, be yourself, check your attire, work on your body language, be courteous. It's not about the physical only, but psychological, mental things that you have to take care of. You should be a good listener, you should be a patient listener, that you have to meet new people, you have to explore new things, you have to know yourself, you have to read a lot, you have to develop lsrw, listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Out of that, non-verbal communication, your body language plays important pivotal role. That it is the way body communicates without words, that is through various moments of parts, using body parts like eyes, face, hands, etc. So what are
Omkar
the
sir,
kinesics? Yes, sir.
Omkar sir, I think your video is off. Yes, yes,
Is it visible?
yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So in body languages, kinesics, that eye contact, facial expression, gestures, body shapes and postures, all these are the important things. So the learning process is that thousands of years we learn through these stories. So I would like to stress, as personality development is itself is a vast concept, I would like to stress with the stories itself. So there was a museum laid with beautiful marble tiles with a huge marble lady statue displayed in the middle of the lobby. Many people came from all over the world just to admire this beautiful marble lady statue. One night, the marble tiles started talking to the marble lady. That marble tile asked, "Marble lady, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Why does everybody from all over the world come all the way here just to step on me while admiring you? Not fair." So it's just like us. We always grumble, we always complain. At that time, the response of marble lady was, "My dear friend, marble tile, do you still remember that we were actually from the same cave?" That marble tile replied, "Yeah. That's why I feel it is even more unfair. We were born from the same cave and yet we receive different treatment now. And that's not fair for it." Then Marble Lady replied that, "Then do you still remember the day when the designer, that the one who want to mold it, tried to work on you, but you resisted his tools?" Then Marble Tile said, "Yes, of course I remember. I hate that guy. How could he use his tool on me? It hurt so bad." Then Marble Lady replied, "My friend, there is a price to everything in life. Since you
Yes,
decided to give up halfway, you can't blame anybody who steps on you. And that's the fact." The moral of the story, that the more hard knocks you go through in life, the more you will learn and put them in use in the future. Do not be discouraged by setbacks, challenges, and failures. So it's very famous quote, "No pain, no gain." Past is past, you can't change it, but it is actually a blessing in disguise. Past was good, present is better, and the future will always be the best. So keep yourself focused on your highest values, your goals, and your aspirations in life. So it's always said that you should be a winner and not the quitters. A candidate for a new broadcasting post was rejected because of his voice. He was also told that his obnoxiously long name, he would never be famous. Are you aware who was that person? Yes, that person was the same who we are now admiring as the Shahenshah, Amitabh Bachchan. A small boy, the fifth amongst seven siblings of a poor father, was selling newspaper in a small village to earn his living. He was not exceptionally smart at school, but was finished by fascinated by religion and rockets. The first rocket he built crashed. A missile that he built crashed multiple times, and he was made a butt of ridicules. He is the same person who have scripted the space odyssey of India single handedly. And that person is no other than Missile Man of India. He is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In 1962, four nervous young musicians played their first record audition for the executives of the Decca Recording Company. The executives were not impressed while turning down this group of musicians. One executive even said, "We don't like their sound. Group of the guitars are on the way out." And those guitarists, they are known as the Beatles, who have overcome the world. They becomes the kind of crown in the music industry. In 1944, Emmeline Snively, director of the Blue Book modeling agency, that he told modeling hopeful Norman Jean Barker, "You'd better learn secretarial work or else get married." But that actress, that she never lost her hope, and that actress had become Marilyn Monroe. The same way in 1954, that Jimmy Disney, manager of the Grand Ole Opry, fired a singer after one performance. He told him, "You ain't going nowhere, son. You ought to go back to driving a truck." And that person, that he never heard him, and that person has become the famous music icon Elvis Presley. When a gentleman invented a communications machine in 1876, it did not ring off the hook with calls from potential backers. After making a demonstration call, President Rutherford Hayes said, "That's an amazing invention, but who would ever want to see one of them?" And President Rutherford says it to whom? He says it to Alexander Graham Bell, who invented telephone, and the rest is the history. In 1940s, another young inventor named Chester Carlson took his idea to the 20 corporations, including some of the biggest in the country. They all turned him down in 1947. After 7 long years of rejections, he finally got a tiny company in New York, the Haloid Company, to purchase the rights of his invention, an electrostatic paper copying process. Herold became the most important and still used company, that is Xerox Corporation, and the man was Chester Carlson. A 4-year-old girl, the 20th of the 22 children, contracted double pneumonia and scarlet fever at a very early age, which paralyzed her left leg. Thereafter, at 9 years of age, she removed her leg braces and started walking without them. At 13, she decided to become a runner but kept failing miserably. In all races that she entered in, she kept trying, in spite of several distractions, and finally started winning every race she entered. That girl was no other than Vilma Rudolph, who went to win 3 Olympic gold medals. So, all these stories convey us that there's always a hope, that you should not get dejected. A school teacher scolded a boy for not paying attention to his mathematics and for not being able to solve simple problems. She told him that he would not become anybody in life. His mother, however, believed in him and coached him mathematics. And that person is no other than Albert Einstein. Okay, so that all these examples teach us that you should not be dejected. A winner is not one who never fails, but one who never quits. So that's the leadership qualities. So while developing your personality, you should take help of the AND philosophy. What is AND philosophy? The first philosophy is ants never quit. They are headed somewhere and you will try to stop them. They will look for another way. They will climb over, they will climb under, they will climb around. They keep looking for another way. Lesson: you never quit looking for a way to get where you're supposed to do. Second philosophy, that ants think winter all summer. You can't be so naive as to think summer will last forever. So ants are gathering their winter food in the middle of summer. You have got to think rocks as you enjoy the sand and sun. So the lesson is, it is important to be realistic, that you should always think ahead. Third philosophy, ants think summer all winter. During the winter, ants remind themselves this won't last long, will soon be out of here. At the first warm day, the ants are out. If it turns cold again, they will dive back down. But then they come out the first warm day. Lesson: you have to stay positive all the time. So, in a nutshell, that the fourth philosophy, you should never give up. You should look ahead. You should stay positive, and you should do all what you can. So don't be encumbered by history. Just go out and do something wonderful. An obstacle that's are very natural to come in a way. So obstacle in your path. In ancient times, a king had a boulder placed on a roadway. Then he hid himself and watched to see if anyone would remove the huge rock. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around it. Many loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none did anything about getting the stone out of the way. Then a peasant came along carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to move the stone to the side by the road. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. After the peasant picked up the load of vegetables, he noticed a purse laying in the road where the boulder had been. The purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king, indicating that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. The peasant learned what many of us never understand. Every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve, that you have to believe it. Life is a challenge, you have to meet it. Life is a gift, you have to accept it. Life is an adventure, you should dare it. Life is sorrow, then you should overcome it. If life is a tragedy, then you should face it. If life is duty, you should perform it. Life is game, then play it. Life is mystery, unfold it. Life is a song, sing it. If life is an opportunity, you should grab it. Life is a journey, you have to complete it. Life is promise, you have to fulfill it. Life is beauty, you have to praise it. Life is a struggle, you have to fight it. If life is a goal, you have to achieve it. If life would be the puzzle for you, you have to solve it. And you have to believe that life is eternal. So, this is the again famous picture of the NBA basketball player, that Michael Jordan, that who had the Mamba mentality, that never say die attitude. Michael Jordan, one of the best basketball player ever, had several difficulties. His famous comeback from retirement, leading the Chicago Bulls to the three consecutive championships, cemented his stature as an icon. Jordan's narrative teaches athletes persistence and that losses may lead to greater success. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player ever, had a career full with triumphs and setbacks. His story is about more than exceptional talent and accomplishments on the court. Chicago Bulls selected Jordan third overall in 1984. He rapidly became one of the league's brightest players with his incredible quickness, scoring ability, and competitive fire. Rookie of the Year, he improved each year. Despite winning many scoring titles and All Star honors, Jordan had pos- uh, Potassium's disappointments in the playoffs. The Detroit Piston, again, another NBA that playoff basketball team. Tubbs' defense prevented Jordan's Bulls from reaching the NBA Finals. Jordan was inspired by these playoff losses to improve. He worked hard to improve his leadership and physical preparedness. Jordan's passion and dedication made him the Bulls leader and the NBA's face. So what's difference with Michael Jordan is that not only he himself has become a kind of hero, but he took the team along with him. Jordan and Bulls eventually won the NBA Finals in 1991 after beating the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. The first title came against Jordan's Los Angeles Lakers. Jordan's final MVP performance started on incredible championship run. From 1991 to 1993, Jordan and Bulls won three straight NBA titles. That was a history. Jordan's scoring and defense helped the Bulls build a dynasty that enthralled fans worldwide. He motivated his teammates and play better and win. Jordan shocked the basketball world by retiring in 1993. His retirement created an insurmountable hole. Jordan played baseball with Chicago White Sox, but soon returned to basketball. Jordan returned to the Chicago Bulls in 1995 and reclaimed his league leading status. From 1996 to 1998, he effortlessly led the Bulls to the three more titles. Jordan's remarkable shooting ability, clutch heroics, and tenacious drive to win garnered him six NBA finals. That's the history. MVP trophies and cemented his reputation. Michael Jordan's tale shows the power of endurance, tenacity, and believing that setbacks may lead to greater achievements. Basketball players and sportsmen of other sports were inspired by his ability to overcome hurdles and perform under pressure. Jordan's influence went beyond basketball. His charm, intensity, and dogged pursuit of perfection inspired generations of athletes. His tale inspired people to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. So that's what we should learn, that there are a number of such kind of that players are there. If we consider India, Tendulkar is there, who always that motivates generations to perform with excellence. So we always talk about motivation. So there's the external motivation, that your motivation to attain your goals coming from the source outside yourself. And there's the internal motivation. External motivation never lasts long. So there's the need of internal motivation. What is internal motivation? Let me share with you a story. So before that, I would like to show the pictures. There's a boy playing soccer. Then there's a father holding the son. Then intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, and all these things. Kendre sir, I just
Yes, sir.
without PPT would like to speak now. Shall I stop
Yes, sir. Yes,
sharing?
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Am I visible?
You are not.
Am I visible now?
No, sir, you are not visible. Yes,
Am I visible?
yes, yes. Now you are visible.
Okay. So I was talking about internal motivation. We are aware of the external motivation, that, for example, now the T20 World Cup going on. So at that time, that by seeing these cricketers, that many children are inspired to be Kohli and all such kind of things. The same way with the soccer, etc. But or by seeing the movies, etc., that these kind of generation yearn to follow them. But that external motivation never lasts longer. So what's the need, the internal motivation? Let me share with you a story. There was a boy who was playing soccer. It happened in England. So there was a boy who was playing soccer from his school days, and his father used to accompany him for all these kind of years. His father used to sit in one direction And after the practice session or after the match, both went home. It goes for years and years. That boy from the school, he was playing for the school, and the same way that these things, years passed, the same thing happened, the same tradition was there. His father was always with him. But unfortunately, one thing happened with that boy was that he never played in the final. Why he never played in the final? Because there were that better players than him. So it's just like us, that we assume ourselves as a good, but not the best. The same way with that boy, he was assuming himself as good, but not the best one. That's why that boy never played in the final. Years passed, he went to college. From that college, he went to university. He went to Oxford University. And the same kind of tradition continued. His father was a kind of backbone for him. He was always there supporting, motivating him, always used to sit in one corner of the stadium, and after the practice session or the match, both went home. But unfortunately, that he never played in the final. He was in his last year, and they have Oxford have won the semis, and final was against Cambridge. These are the arch rivals. They have the 700 years of legacy. These small universities spread over few hundred acres. They have that kind of legacy, sportive legacy, of course, who are going to produce more Olympic gold medalists, who are going to produce this year more Nobel laureates, that type of thing. So we have to learn it, that these universities spread over few that kind of acres, 100 acres. They are having that kind of legacy. Why is it so? And we, the nation of more than 140 crores people, we are still thirsty for the gold. So, of course, it's due to quality. Now, coming back to the story, that he was in the that Oxford team has won the semis, 4 days to go, and final was against Cambridge. So, coach said, now today you can enjoy, and next 4 days we'll be having a practice session. So, morning 6 o'clock to evening 7 p.m. we'll be having the practice sessions. So, then he declared the list who are going to play in the final. Unfortunately, again, that boy's name was not there in the final. So that boy was bit dejected, but as it's the rule that you should be there for the practice session, you will be playing in the final 11 or not. You have to be present for practice session, just like the cricket. You should be there for that kind of net practice. So next day, everyone came except that boy, and coach was bit astonished. He has asked others that why that boy didn't turn up, that others were not aware. So they never answered. They said, we are not aware. The next day, the same thing had happened. That coach was a bit furious now. The third day, the same thing happened. Coach said that just convey him the message. If you come across him, that I don't want to see him. He's not disciplined at all. I don't want to see him. And on the fourth, after the 4th day, when the match was about to begin on the D day, that boy came running towards coach, and he requested the coach, let me play in the final. Coach said, are you mad? You are not there for 4 days for the practice session, and still you're asking? No, get out. I don't want to see you. That boy requested again, please let me play. I beg your pardon. I beg you, please let me play. Coach said, no, I can't take risk. I'm going to retire this year, and I would like to give it as a gift to the university. I can't take this risk. So boy on his knees pleaded again, almost tears in his cries. He said, let me play for the first half. You are aware that soccer, that again football divided in two halves, that 45 minutes, 45 minutes. So he said, let me play for the first half. 45 minutes, let me play. Coach said, no. The boy was now almost in tears, sobbing, requesting again and again on his knees. Boy said, please let me play for 15 minutes. Coach said, no, I can't take that risk. The final whistle was blowing. The other players were entering the ground. And coach's heart melted. He said, okay, 7 minutes. Only first 7 minutes. and then I will replace you. In soccer, you are aware, by showing the jersey number, you can replace. So he said, first 7 minutes only. And then you should be not out of the ground, but out of the stadium. That boy said, okay, and thanked coach, and he entered the field. On that day, the boy was on fire. In third minute itself, he has scored first goal, and at the end of 7th minute, he made the second one. And from there only he signaled, shall I come out? Coach said, no, you can stay for first half. Let's see. And it's but natural that he played in the first half. He may scored 2 more goals. And due to that, it's but natural he played in the second half also. And in second half, he made 3 more goals. He became the hero. He became the player of the match. That due to him, Oxford team has won the match. It's 8-3 that they won the championship. He become the hero, that all that kind of award, celebration, grand celebration. After that, when everyone were going towards dressing room at that time, that coach stopped that boy and said, I'm aware of you for many years, but today you have played fantabulously, fantastically. How that change has happened 4 days ago, that you are playing till semis. Okay, you are a good player, but now our best players are nothing in front of you. How that change has happened in 4 days. Then that boy said, today my father is watching me. So coach said, coach remembered his father used to sit in one direction. So he has seen in that direction, but his father was not there. So coach said, I haven't seen your father today. Then that boy said that 4 days ago, my father passed away, died. And one thing I never told to you, that though he was accompanying me, he was a blind person, that he was not wearing goggle for some kind of fashion, out of some fashion, but as he was blind, but still he was always accompanying me. And 4 days ago, he passed away, he died. And I was always telling him that I am playing in the final, I am playing beautifully. Now he is in the heaven, watching me from his real eyes. So I want to prove that I never lied to him. I play in the final and I play beautifully. Story ends here. The moral of the story, that you must have that urge to prove yourself. That is the most crucial aspect. Life throws a number of challenges in front of you. At that time, you must have that urge to prove yourself. Then success will be at your feet. You should not run after the success. So when we are thinking about personality development, at that time, we should always think about these, that mindfulness is there. We always think about the problems. Its problems are just like the handful of salt. If you mix up in the glass, that the water would be salty. But if that handful of salt, if you mix up in the lake, it doesn't matter. The same way our life is. So it's up to you what kind of attitude you are having. So all such kind of things are important. And these are the things that we should inculcate in the next generation. We should implement in ourselves, and then only we can find the true success and that satisfaction we can earn. So with this, I would like to stop. Yes, thank you. And for the end, just again, my famous, as he was my colleague, that the famous line by Robert Frost, which I am using for my students, that woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have the promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have thrown light on different shades of personality. Yes, generally it is misunderstood that personality means only physical appearance, but personality doesn't mean only physical appearance. It is a physical plus your inner qualities. Yes,
Yes, very
it was an intellectual feast for all of us. We really enjoyed your session. Thank you, sir. If all goes well, very soon there will be in-person session, offline session. Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you very much for
Sure,
giving your
thanks.
valuable
Thanks
time.
again. I would like to thanks you and your university for giving me the opportunity. Those who heard participants, I would like to thank them for listening patiently. Thanks a lot. Good day to
Thank,
all.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thanks.
Sharon? Sharon, could you please end this meeting?